This is how the Power Rangers reboot should be made. First off, have this MMPR team. I know everyone hates it, but keep them. They're iconic. Make the first one based on MMPR. Season 1 and Season 2. Cut out most of Season 2 though, and turn the second season of the reboot into Season 3's adaptation. So Season 1 would have the original season, then Season 2, they get the Thunder Zords, White Ranger Tommy's introduced, they get Ninjetti forms, and the Ninja Zords. But they use both Thunder and Ninja Zords in Season 2, and make a movie at the end of each season as a finale. So the final bit of Tommy's green power would be in the Season 1 movie, and a big battle between Lord Zed, Rita, Rangers, side monsters, all in a Season 2 ending film. Then don't have them turn into kids. Nobody likes the Alien Rangers. They're just forgettable nobodies that were made for a quick few pound because they knew they needed to release something quick. And then Season 2, go and look at the Sentai. I know this sounds weird, but after MMPR, we need something we're more used to that isn't just a reboot. And go to a Sentai and get, for example, Q Ranger suits, and have some Q Ranger suits adapted into a new cool look, like how the MMPR suits are here. And then make a story, have them fight villains, have a story, done. You don't need to make every season connected to Star. So you've got a reboot of MMPR, we got Q Ranger, we're next. We do something like Big Bad Beetleborgs. Part 2, second area of the universe. This would be alongside maybe the Q Ranger adaptation or whatever they do after the MMPR reboot. We would have our 3 kids from the original Beetleborgs just be characters like adults in the show, just as more of a cameo than anything. But we have 3 new kids, and we redesign the Beetleborg suits. I couldn't find any good looking redesigns, so I just put this original old photo in, and they would fight the monsters from their show. But the difference is it wouldn't be as absurd because in the Beetleborg universe, it'd be the same as the Power Ranger universe. It'd be a Season 1, maybe a Season 2. But the important thing is at the end of a movie, we have the big red dinosaur dude and Lord Zed talking, because Lord Zed would have survived the big fight in the MMPR movies. And then after this, we just show the kids. And then Season 2 of this show, it would have them learn about the metallic powers, but they would have to go on a quest. Not just, oh, here's the artist, he's going to draw them. They would have to earn these powers. So maybe they have to go and do some selfless deeds that aren't to do with their powers, like in Ninja Steel. Or maybe they have to go on a huge, grand quest where they must fight monsters. But the first half of the season, I would want to be based on getting the metallic powers, or some sort of battleizer if they don't want to use the metallic powers. Because then you have incentive to watch this season, because it's not just Power Rangers Season 2 going along with the first one. No, this is Beetleborg's own story, but shows somewhat connected. Like, we would just hear some news report saying Putty Patrol attacking in Angel Grove this week. It looks like they've grown bigger and bigger. Will the Power Rangers be able to save us? just something simple to make sure we know it's the same universe and the Lord Zed thing wasn't just a cameo. And halfway through the season, once they've got this battleizer, I'm just going to call it the metallic form, they will now fight a putty patrol just to show it's not all Power Rangers. They will kill this putty patrol and they will continue on their season, and Flabber would get injured because these three kids were not serious enough. They didn't realise what they were doing would have this bad effect. These kids feel horrible, and in the movie it would be about getting Flabber to Zordon, because Zordon is this guy, as far as they know, is basically a god. They think Lord Zed is like the devil, and Zordon is God. They will find out that Zordon isn't just a god, but that's what they think because Flabber has made stuff that he've heard into what he was saying was reality. So they get to Zordon. He helps Flabber a bit, but he's still recovering at the end of the film, and they're still in the command center. Next, big, huge event. There would be the original MMPR. There would be a Kamen Rider, Masked Rider, whatever they're going to call it. We'll call it a Masked Rider. So it'll be a Masked Rider, the Beetleborgs, MMPR reboot, and whatever the second Power Rangers team is. And they will have a big fight against a mysterious villain, a Lord Zed, and the dinosaur guy from Big Bad Beetleborgs. And it will be super extreme, and they will kill Alpha 5. That'll be the only important death, and maybe a Jason sacrifice. Maybe this Jason, Zack, and Trini will have the Omega powers, and they'll possibly have just sacrificed themselves. They'll be left sort of on a cliffhanger at the end of the fight, if they're dead or if they've just moved with the morphing grid. And then after this, next thing that's released would be a Kamen Rider adaptation. Then there'd be the next set of seasons, but the only big important one in this batch of seasons would be the Kamen Rider one. They don't have a story that links up and stuff. It's just the only story that's completely new is Kamen Rider. No, and then they'd have either Q Ranger season 2 or something, Battleborgs season 3, something like that. And what would happen here is this would be a Peter Parker character, the character that's made to be the iconic, the amazing, the spectacular Spider-Man of this world. Though this would be the Masked Rider, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the huge battle. He showed up after figuring out that there was a battle, and he just decided, if I have the power to help, why shouldn't I? And he has these powers that are based off of a video game him and his friends like. They just decided they're going to figure something out and turn them into superheroes. It only worked on the Masked Rider. On the friend character, it would leave him injured, which motivates the Masked Rider character to do a load of good. And he would be fighting against a virus that was released whilst trying to make the side character a Masked Rider. And the side character will feel somewhat of pain from the virus because he is the embodiment of the virus. And then Masked Rider hasn't got an idea what to do. He could easily kill the virus through killing his friend, but he doesn't want to sacrifice his friend but at the same time he doesn't want to sacrifice other people because his friend. So what they do is they create battleizers, and they'll have one that captures viruses, and it's just for the main villain of the season, not for all these side villains because they're not purely viruses. But after that, after loads have been destroyed, the main villain comes down threatening to kill the friend character. And what our main masked rider says is, I'll make you a deal. I will let you kill him and me if you can defeat me in a fight. Hand to hand combat. You in your base form, me in mine. And they will fight. But before the fight finishes, Rangers show up trying to detain the virus. And X-Aid will get out a gun-like thing, just shoot them all back. He'll put the gun away and just say, let's finish this fight. And a punch just whoosh. I'll ask Ryder stopping it. He will grab his key, like his antivirus, and he will plug it in, saving his friend and the world at once. And then there will be this huge event in the next season or whatever, where he's trying to get away from the Rangers because the Rangers think he's a villain, and at the same time he's also trying to save the world. So he will get new powers, but since this video has been, I want to upload it sometime soon, what I'm going to do is I'll make a part 2 speaking about the season 3 and 4 of Power Rangers, what I would do. Season 3, 4 and 5 of Beetleborgs. Next big team up filming this. Season 2 to 4 of Masked Rider, and maybe add some other series in that I think is logical to be in this new reboot universe. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day. Like and subscribe.